What's going on, guys? I am back with another video, and today I'm going to talk about the time I was at this party and that shit got shot the fuck up, and it was kind of my fault. Like, really, it was my fault. Anyways, so I used to throw parties with a bunch of my friends in high school. We threw parties all over town. We threw parties in Northville, we threw parties in Detroit, we threw parties in where we were from. We would run Airbnbs, we would rent banquet halls, and then we would make people pay like $5, $10 to get in, and we would make bank. Like we would make like 3, 4 grand in a night. We would have like security. We would have 200, 300 people in there, and it was just always a good time. And this one time, I branched out and decided to work with this dude who was like, he never really was that popular, but he always tried to be. He was always trying to make a name for himself, and he had this little brand. And he loved this little brand, and he always tried to like make a name for it. Like I respected the hustle, but it wasn't popping and all that. And me and him started hanging out, and he saw that I had a little bit of motion, and that I was doing this party promoting shit, and that I was hanging out with different people. And at this time, I had a YouTube channel, and I was interviewing different platinum producers. Like I interviewed this dude that worked with Chief Keef and NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk and anyone you could imagine I interviewed. And he saw this motion and he thought he could utilize it to make money for himself. So he had this event hall in the west side of Detroit, and he was going to throw this party, throw my name on the flyer, give me like 20% of the cut of the door fee, and he was going to throw a concert like with these people that was signed to his label, and we were going to have a party, and we were going to have an event. And that was the plan. But everything fucking went wrong. Literally everything went wrong. So, first off, I thought he had like a bigger hall. I get there, there's like this bar, but there's no drinks. Like, they don't have a liquor license, and they don't have any like beverages or sprayers in there, and they start like bringing their own drinks and putting their own drinks behind the bar. At that point, I knew it was going to be a dummy mission. Like I knew some shit was going to get wrong. And I normally didn't like throwing parties in Detroit because it didn't get the white girls out there. Like if we threw a party in Macomb or we threw a party in Troy, like somewhere, bro, the white girls were coming out and shaking ass. If we threw a party in Detroit, a lot of the times they were scared exactly for the what fuck happened. So they start bringing in lights, and they setting up the stage for the performance, and we were gonna have Snapdog come through, and they were gonna have like some big name people come through. And so security gets there, security's checking out the place, and security was literally just this old ass grandpa. Like it was literally two grandpas with shotguns, and that was it. I asked if there was any more security coming, and they're like, yeah, we got one of our grandsons coming later. Another red flag. Another fucking red flag. But I didn't think anything of it. And I helped set up, and I start promoting it on my shit too. I'm like, hey, yo, guys, party tonight. Make sure you guys are here. I'm showing the venue. And I got a lot of RSVPs, guys. I got a lot of people saying that they were coming. And a couple of my boys that were kind of hood and kind of gangsters were like, yo, bro, we're going to come, but that's in the bad side of town. So we're going to have to be able to bring our guns in. And, I was like, yeah, this is my party. I'm throwing it. Like, I can make sure you guys are safe. And they're like, all right, bro, I appreciate you. Like, when we get there, we're going to help you out. We're going to hook you up. So they text me like 25 minutes before the party starts. They're like, yo, we're here. We just wanted to get here early and, make sure everything's cool. And so the security guards, the one thing that I could say they were doing ID checks on everyone, make sure all the girls, because remember, we're in high school still, so like 16 and older for girls and guys, and then 18 if you wanted to drink. And they were doing bag checks, so there were no guns, nothing like that. And they were bringing in a bag, and I had it on my bag, like on my back. So the security officer didn't check me because he's seen me all night bringing shit in, and he thought I was just bringing in something else. And I hand the bag back to my boys once we're inside, and that's the last time I see them for the night. Because like I said, there was a lot of people that came. There's probably 200-300 people in here. And towards the end of the night, you can tell things are going shaky. Like, the party was okay. It was a decent turnout. The performances were mid. Towards the end of the night, people start to stir. And you can tell there's a little commotion going on by the door. And I hear this kid that I was friends with. And he goes, me, bro. No, I don't play that shit. Me. And I see him look back. And he points to my other friend. He's like, hand me the bag, bro. And at this point, like, I'm very self-aware of my surroundings and stuff. And I look around, and there's just, like, one exit. That is it. There is one front door. There's one way in, one way out, and that is all we got. And I knew some shit was about to go on. So that group moves outside, and they're yelling at somebody outside. And I guess, like, a rival gang pulled up, and they were beefing in the parking lot. And the next thing I know, bro, you hear pop, 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 and probably 5 shots rang out. And then all hell broke loose. You had people running towards the door. Like I said, there was only one way in, one way out. So people were getting trampled. And I see this sexy little thing. I look around and I see this little closet room. And it's all like, there's concrete. All like, it's concrete bricks. So there ain't no way he's getting shot. Like, it's deflecting off that shit. So I didn't care what she said. I picked her up and I dragged her in the room. Like, I ran in the room with her in my arms. And next thing you know, thank God I did that shit, bro. You hear pow, 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 pow. And I'm telling you, that shit went on for 10 plus minutes. So I guess what had happened was my homies started shooting. This rival gang started shooting. Then the security realized what was happening. They got their shotguns and they started shooting. And I shit you not, these niggas were shooting for 10 minutes straight. The only time there were breaks was when they were reloading. Literally, people would think they were done. And then 30 seconds later, boom, 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 boom. Like, it, nigga, shotguns, handguns. One of them had to have, like, an AR or, like, some shit. Like, they were blasting that shit. And then there was this dude there was a bunch of people in this closet with us at this time because they all realized, like, this room was safe. Like, no one's getting shot in here. He starts freaking out. Like, he's jumping on a table and he's, like, trying to get under people. I'm like, bro, like, we're safe. We're in a room. So I have to grip him up and yell in his face. I'm like, bro, like, you're not going to die. Like, straighten up. Like, there's girls in here. Like, you're being more of a bitch than them. Like, straighten the fuck up. Tighten up. And finally, after about, like, 30 minutes, bro, we decide it's safe to get out. And in Detroit, guys, police are not coming right away. You could call the police and they'll come in 2 hours. They'll come in 3 hours. Like, they don't give a fuck. Fuck your safety. They're not coming. So I thought that the police would be coming by now, but they didn't come. So I'm walking out and everything's torn to shit, bro. There's cars that are shot up. There's a girl, she got shot in her fucking abdomen. She laying on a fucking Camaro. She wearing a white dress, and all you could see is red coming out the dress. And I'm just like, bystander, shot. Oh my fucking God. Next thing you know, this girl that I picked up, she turns to me and she kisses me. She's like, you just saved my life. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I did. And I was like, so what are you doing tonight? She was like, well, like, we're trauma bonded, so whatever you're doing, that's what I'm doing. And we went back to my boy's house, blah, 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 blah. But this party, bro, like, it could pop off in 30 seconds. Like, people could be arguing, and the next thing you know, shots ringing out. Shots ringing out. Shots ringing out. And it was just wild, man. I've never seen, somebody get shot before, let alone 4 people. And it was on the news that night. But I never heard anybody get arrested for it. Never heard, like, anything happen with it. All I know is that I never hung out with that kid again. I made him make a statement on a story that I wasn't involved with the party. Everything I had to backtrack. Way backtrack. But this was the first time I saw a house, not a house, but a party get shot out. If you guys want a story about a house party that got shot up, like and subscribe, and I will come back with another video talking about that one, because that was another crazy story, bro. They ran these kids out of the house and shot at them. So I will catch you guys in the next video, guys.